I made my first $100,000 in real estate with this niche called wholesaling. Wholesaling houses just like those behind me. It does require hard work, dedication, late nights, early morning, but it can get you your financial independence. I have not had a job in over 10 years. This strategy is used by beginners and an advanced crowd. However, I'm making this video today to show you how this can turn into a job if you don't leverage this to get into other avenues of real estate. With wholesaling, you can make $100,000, $200,000, or even $3 million a year. That doesn't necessarily make you a real estate investor. Let's say you have a job making $275,000 a year. Or let's say you're a one-man band as a wholesaler, which is pretty common to be self-employed, and you're making $200,000. And let's say a self-employed person did not set up a retirement account. The person who's making $275,000, their employer set up the retirement account, the 401k, and everything for them. Let's compare the two. When it's time to retire, do you not know that the person at a job will come off better? The reason being, they have a 401k. So this is why I say that wholesaling is just a job. It being a job shouldn't stop you or discourage you from doing it. What should happen, it should be a vehicle. There are guys who had to go back and get a traditional job because they never did anything else besides wholesaling. They never grew it as a team and made it into an actual business. It was always a hustle where they made, $150,000, $200,000, $300,000 a year. And then when the market inventory started to tighten up due to the market being hot, etc., what they had to do was go back and get jobs because they couldn't sustain anymore. They didn't educate themselves. They didn't buy any rental properties when these houses behind me were $15,000 and $20,000. They never got a retirement account. So they had to go back and get a job. What I'm going to do is, I am going to talk about the things that are needed to become a wholesaler, and so that you can use this as a vehicle instead of this just being a job. The three most important skills of a wholesaler: determination, consistency, and the ability to go above and beyond. These are things that money can't buy. This is oftentimes why people think they can come into this space with money but get highly disappointed, and they don't think they have to learn because they have money. But those three things that are more important than money. When I got started, there was a lot of guys who had money who were actually doing the business or thought they were going to do the business, and I have since passed them by light years. Every Saturday morning I would wake up and go driving for dollars because I had off, and then every Sunday I would do my research on the properties or who I'm going to target. It took me 8 months to get my first deal. For some of y'all, that's too long, but for me, now being a 7-figure real estate investor, it was all well worth it. No job was going to do that for me. I was able to do that for myself because I was not only determined, but I stayed consistent. The ability to go above and beyond, meaning to educate yourself. This ain't just you clock in and put 40 hours in the week and you get what's got. No, sometimes you're gonna have to take phone calls at dinner. Now, once you get into the position of you're making $250,000 a year, $200,000 a year. All right, if you wanna do set hours, if you don't wanna meet nobody on Sundays, etc., that's all up to you. But starting out, man, dude, you're gonna have to work harder on this than you do your job. The benefits of wholesaling, if you use it the correct way, this doesn't have to be just another job. It doesn't have to be that way. You will have the ability to find good deals. You will know what a good deal looks like. You're gonna know what a home run looks like. You're gonna know what a decent deal looks like. Being that you have this inside knowledge, you can decide, I got 30 or 40 in my account, so let me flip this property. Hey, you know what? Let me hold this as a rental property. A collected cash flow, just let the equity build and build up my net worth. Know what the lender will lend on. Meaning if the lender is telling you, hey, I'm gonna be 70% all in, meaning you have to buy and fix it up 70% of the after repair value, you know what you have, so you know, hey, this is gonna make the cut all day. So having that information, because you already been doing it, you already been wholesaling, you've been finding deals for everybody else, this can really give you a leg up. The second benefit of wholesaling, you're creating cash. So your personal lifestyle should not upgrade. Your personal lifestyle should stay the same because you're creating financial freedom. So now what you're going to do, you're going to be able to put yourself in a position where you can put 6 figures in your account. Now you have $180,000 in your account. Now with $180,000, don't you think on a full stomach you can make better investment decisions? You see an opportunity to buy some land in the transformer area for $20,000. Your money sitting in the bank doesn't earn anything. 4 years later, this lot is worth $120,000 due to gentrification coming through. If that same $20,000 in the bank, it'd actually be worth less due to inflation. But being that you parked it in some real estate, now it went up, and you understand real estate because you've been doing the real estate. The third benefit I will tell you, you know how to create money out of thin air. Met a wholesaler, right? He said, I ran multiple businesses before I discovered wholesaling. Wholesaling is the only business where I can be broke in March, but come May, I'm up $70,000. You have the ability to make money out of thin air. You know, hey, I can get this deal funded for sure, or I can hold this deal. Real estate can be a tool to get you to where you want to be, and you can invest your money properly. Everybody talks about being an entrepreneur, but an entrepreneur is not always better than having a job. You can make it better by having a job by making proper investments. My public service announcement to all of you wholesalers. I've been involved in real estate since 2007. I've been doing this business full time since September of 2012. I've seen a lot of guys come and go as they increase their lifestyle to an amount that's just unsustainable. Some guys go because they never invest their money and they just spend. I've even seen guys get into this business and lead themselves to jail. Real estate is the way not only to financial independence, financial freedom, and to wealth, but real estate should be used as a tool to get you into bigger and better investments. I know guys who became 8-figure earners all from the residential space. I met guys in the commercial space who did that in the commercial space or the development space. You can do all of that, but you have to focus on one thing and you have to invest. None of those guys that got to the 8 figures or the 7 figures or, you know, the mid 7 figures or high 7 figures were just a wholesaler. They were either buy and hold investors or they were developers. Click on this next video next to me, and I'm gonna talk about the 5 things I wish I knew before I got started in real estate investing. I'm Nasser, AKA the real estate guru. I'm not a guru, I'm a guru because I actually do this business. Peace.